So are you thinking about moving to Roseville, California? Well, in this video, we're gonna hop in the computer, look at a Google map and show you all around Roseville, California. We'll show you how long it takes to get certain places, where the shopping is, where the schools are located, and much, much more. In fact, if you stick around to the end, I will show you a fantastic dog park in Roseville, California. Let's get after it. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in Roseville, California, then subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know when a new video about Roseville, California is uploaded to the channel. Hello, my name is Johnny. I'm with Living in Sacramento, and we are Sacramento's most Google reviewed team. So we get calls every day from people like you and you and you and you looking to make a move to Roseville and the surrounding communities, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email so we can help you make a smooth move to Roseville. All of our info is in the description below. So if you're thinking about moving to Roseville, one thing you might want to take into consideration is the traffic. Now, that's a good thing. When I talk about traffic here in Roseville, it's a really good thing because there's not a whole lot of it. Roseville has basically been built out with a lot of forethought, and there's not a whole lot of traffic. That being said, and there's no toll roads. So if you come from a part of the country where you're paying for a lot for toll roads or to get places fast, you have to pay a little bit extra. There's none of that here in Roseville. The things that where you typically see traffic are along 80 and along 65. 65 can be kind of gnarly in busy times, so like weekends or mornings, and like people going to work, people returning from work. But that's pretty much it as far as traffic goes along the major arteries in Roseville. When you get into more like Roseville, like the city, the town, traffic where I tend to experience a lot of traffic is along Pleasant Grove, along Blue Oaks. Blue Oaks has recently become a freeway because a lot of people are moving out here and purchasing homes out here because they're beautiful new homes, they're big homes, and they're more affordable because you're out here in West Roseville away from a lot of the amenities like the shoppings, the Costcos, the Trader Joe's, and you're just away from, again, the 65 and 80. The further you are away from the 80 and the 65, the more surface streets you have to take, so it can take you longer to get places. So just something to be mindful of about West Roseville. Another thing, so let's just talk, we can talk like generic communities. So West Roseville is newer. They're doing a lot of building out here. Very convenient place to live is right here because you're central to everything. When you're looking to some people want to live in Granite Bay, but maybe they can't afford the price tag, or there's other reasons why they wouldn't want to live in Granite Bay proper. You get a Granite Bay vibe out here. This is more like old Roseville, like classic Roseville built in the 50s. And then as the town started growing, it started expanding out a little bit. And so you have some homes that are built in like the late 80s, early 90s, early 2000s, all through here, which still gives you close access to things you would use on like daily life, like shopping and freeway access, but you're not way out here in West Roseville. Again, nothing wrong with West Roseville, it just takes you a little longer to get places. And as the town matures, as these developments mature, you're starting like this Railey's. This is new, this is like within the last, year or so from when this video is being made. So before that, people had to go a little bit, they had to go to Nugget, and this Nugget was new at one point. And so you can see as the town matures, they're filling in the development. So how long does it take to get to places? Let's just do that really quick. And let's say you are at the Railey's. If you live out here, kind of like West Roseville, we can just pick that. Blue Oaks. And let's say you wanted to get to Costco. Right now, it's middle of the day, it's 10:30 in the morning here, and it would take you about 14 minutes. So to get in your car, drive to Costco and drive back, take you about 30 minutes round trip. If you wanted to go to Trader Joe's, wife loves Trader Joe's, take you a little bit longer. So you'd hop on 65, come down 80, and pop out at Trader Joe's. Again, not taking those surface streets. So that's just something to be mindful of when you're out in West Roseville. Again, I'm not knocking West Roseville. But let's just say we're gonna do Roseville proper. How long does it take to get to the airport? Right now, no traffic, 26 minutes. So when there is traffic, I budget maybe 40 40, 45 minutes, maybe 50 minutes to get to the airport. It's never really taken me longer than 50, even with as bad as traffic can get out here, which isn't that bad. But again, not too far from Sac Airport. And if you were just like, how long does it take to get to Sacramento from Roseville? And not very long. 25 minutes with no traffic, 30 to 40 minutes with traffic to get into downtown Sac, right here. And then a lot of people are always curious about, what about the Bay Area? So how long does it take to get to San Francisco? Again, not a whole lot of traffic. Typically it takes under 2 hours. With traffic, it can take a little bit longer. So you're less than 2 hours from the Bay. A lot of people come from not only San Francisco proper, but like the San Jose area. So you see a little bit longer. It looks like there's an accident right there that may be slowing things down. About 2 hours, 2 hours and 15 minutes on average, 2.5 hours really if you're pushing it, to get to San Jose. Again, all this is relative to based off where you live in Roseville. If you're close to 80, then you can get on it quickly. If you're out, more West Roseville, you're going to want to add time accordingly. But those are some basic spots. Oh, what's another fun one? Here's another fun one. Let's do Napa. I did not realize we were this close to Napa. So it says an hour and a half right now. I've made the drive in just a little over an hour. If the stars align, the lights are perfect, there's no traffic, but an hour and a half is a good amount of time to budget to get to Napa. Looks like there's some traffic down here. I had no idea we were that close to like world-class wine region. And then, of course, you cannot forget Lake Tahoe. So it says 2 hours and 6 minutes. Typically, it's about 90 minutes is what I would budget to get to Tahoe. But right now, we've been having storms for like on and off for weeks. For most of this part, the first quarter of the year, it's very atypical, like record amount of snow, record amount of snowpack. And even with that crazy weather, Tahoe is still only about 2 hours away. And then if you like Reno, if you have maybe one beach. So one of the reasons why Valerie and I moved to Sacramento or specifically Roseville, is we wanted to be close to a tax-friendly state. And Nevada is a tax-friendly state, and Reno is only about 2 hours away. As long as the pass isn't blocked. Fun fact, if you ever learned about Donner Pass as a kid going through school, this is where all that took place. So it can get busy, it can get clogged during the wintertime. They will even close the pass, but it's not too bad as long as you're not like having to do the drive back and forth daily. Speaking of drive times, let's do this. We're gonna hop over to this super cool map that I discovered years ago and have been sharing with clients ever since. So here we are. Let's just say that's our office here in Roseville at Highland Point. Let's say you're curious, how far can I get within 30 minutes of a location? So just 30 minutes, within 30 minutes of Roseville, you can get down to Sacramento at 9 o'clock in the morning. Let's change it to 12 o'clock in the afternoon. You see how the blue kind of expanded? So now, not only can I easily get to Sacramento, I can get to the airport, I can get down to southern Sacramento, almost down to Elk Grove within 30 minutes, on average around noon. And let's take it back to 5 o'clock in the evening. See how it shrunk? But you can get all the way to Auburn, you can get from Sacramento, parts of Rancho, Citrus Heights, Lincoln, all within about 30 minutes. So neat little tool right here. So if you want to check it out, it's free, or they have a free version, traveltime.com. Let's move into something that a lot of people don't really necessarily talk about, but maybe they realize once they're living here. Let's talk about healthcare. So are there healthcare resources within Roseville? Absolutely. What you'll find is that most of them are kind of southeast of 80, because as a town, like you can see the town grid, this is more like old Roseville. And then this was where a lot of shopping and then there's the auto mall and stuff down there. But there's also a lot of healthcare facilities in the Sacramento region. And then of course there's more in like surrounding towns as you go in Davis and Sacramento, and there's just a lot. But if you're curious about healthcare, there is healthcare options here in Roseville. And then something everybody wants to know about is the schools. So here are the schools in Roseville. This is greatschools.org. You can check it out. A lot of great schools. So up here is more like Rockland, but out here, Roseville, 8s and 9s. Great public school system. And a lot of people move to Roseville because of that. So that's the schools in a nutshell. Again, if you live here, very centrally located to everything. If you live out in West Roseville, you know, there are schools closer to you. There are some great like private and charter schools. I'm thinking John Adams Academy. The reason why I'm even thinking about it is because of traffic. Traffic around that school during like when kids are being taken to school and from school, it can back up. Anyways, it's around here. And then golf courses. This is a fun one. There's a lot of golf courses in Roseville proper. Now obviously Golf Galaxy isn't a golf course. Golf Tech isn't a golf course. Top Golf, depending on who you are, maybe a golf course, maybe a driving range. So here's Diamond Oaks, Sierra, Range, Wood Creek. I'm trying to click on Wood Creek. Timber, Sierra Pines, Morgan. And that's just counting like Roseville. There's also Granite Bay, and then Whitney Oaks in Rockland. So again, a lot of golfing opportunities if that's your hobby, if that's your escape. Tons of options here for Roseville when it comes to golfing. And then last but not least, I did want to kind of touch on shopping, because you got to buy the groceries, you got to get the gas, you got to buy the clothes, you got to do the stuff. So as far as shopping goes, so I live in this area, and my friends make fun of me, say I live on a strip mall, because everything, I grew up in a small town. Like we would put ice chests in the car to go to town to get food from Costco and things that you couldn't easily get in town, or that was more expensive where we lived. And so when my friends visit me, they're like, oh, you live in a strip mall now, because within 5 minutes of each other, you have a Target, you have a Glencoe, you have Home Depot, you have a Walmart, you have a Costco, you have a Sam's Club, you have Harbor Freight, you have furniture stores, you have a big mall, Galleria right here. It's an indoor mall. Across the street from the mall, you have more shopping, like the Best Buys, the Nordstrom Racks, the Marshalls, those types of things. And then across from the Galleria, you have the Fountains. This is an outdoor shopping mall. As far as shopping goes, most of your needs can be taken care of in this corridor. If you don't live up there, there is a Target and a Hobby Lobby and a Trader Joe's down here, but most of the shopping, movie theaters, everything is right through this 65 section. That's shopping for you. And I did promise that I would show you an awesome dog park. So there's a lot of walking trails, a lot of biking trails, and a fun little dog park in Roseville. There's actually a couple, but let's go to Bear Dog Park. So that wrapped up the shopping, but let's take you into, like I promised, the best dog park I know of in Roseville. It's called Bear Dog Park. It's right here. And let's change the layer a little bit so you can see what it looks like. So there's a fun little baseball field. There's tons of parking. As you come in here, you can kind of see it splits. This is a little dog side and a big dog side. So we had a little dog who thought he was a big dog. So sometimes we'd hop over here. But what's fun about this spot is that not only is there parking and the people here are super friendly, but then you'll notice that there's these fields behind it. And you can actually take your dog on leash and go out here and walk. And these are beautiful oak trees. All these different walking paths. There's a little creek, a seasonal creek that runs through here. So it's a really beautiful spot to go out with your four-legged friend. And another neat factor about Bear Dog Park is if you live near it, you can actually walk to it, take some of these off-road, these paths. This is, I believe this one's gravel, but then they do turn into paved, and it goes on and off, like across, it hops streets and follows some neighborhoods. Some of these neighborhoods, they have gates where you can come out and hop on a walking trail, walk down to Bear Dog Park, maybe just go up and down the trail. Anyways, you can see it hops some streets and it goes on for a while. Last thing I'll say is if you're kind of into nature, but you don't maybe want to live out in the sticks, you get a nature vibe right here along these homes. Once or twice a year, they'll actually bring out goats and they'll eat it down. They'll eat the weeds. So that's a fun little thing for the kids to see and just to hear the goats and the baby goats play. Anyways, tangent there. Roseville's a very special place to live. Hope you're seeing some of the greatness that Roseville has to offer. If you all enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. If you got some value out of it, great. That's exactly what we're looking for. You can subscribe below. And remember, our team is the most Google reviewed team in the Sacramento region. So whether you're looking to move to Roseville, Rockland, Eldorado Hills, Sacramento, please reach out to us. We're happy to help. Whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, all of our information is in the description below. You can call, you can text, you can email, you can schedule a Zoom so that way we can meet you in person and get to know you a little bit better so we can help you make a smooth move to Roseville, California. Take care and bye for now.